Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're going to unpack a truly cinematic 75,000-year epic. We are tracing the unbelievable journey of the Voyager 1 space probe. It started off as the shining triumph of human engineering and space exploration, right? But today we're following its trajectory all the way to its inevitable, spectacular collision on a distant alien world. Let's get right into it. Voyager 1 is on a crash course with no brakes. It's kind of chilling when you think about it like that, isn't it? Right now, at this exact second, a human-made object is hurtling uncontrollably through the deepest, completely unmapped depths of interstellar space at over 38,000 miles per hour. There's no steering wheel out there, no emergency brake. It literally won't slow down until something massive gets in its way.
Part 1. The Ultimate Space Journey.
To truly grasp Voyager's destination, we've got to look at its timeline. The whole thing kicked off in the 1970s. We had these glorious decades of active achievements, gathering unprecedented data, taking our very first close-up photos of the outer planets. Fast forward to today, and it's spent years just silently crossing the boundary of interstellar space. But the grand finale? That stretches an agonizing 75,000 years into the future, culminating in a fiery crash at Proxima Centauri b. So you have this triumphant, hyperactive past, completely contrasted with a doomed, entirely passive future. Which brings us to part 2, surviving deep interstellar space. Before Voyager 1 can even reach that final impact, it has to survive an incredibly hostile environment for tens of thousands of years. First up, it has to endure just constant, relentless bombardment by high-energy cosmic rays tearing through the void. Second, you have to remember, it's relying on aging 1970s equipment. We're talking about a machine built before the internet, and it's slowly degrading over millennia. And finally, there's the gradual, unavoidable power loss in the absolute freezing cold of the cosmic void. Temperatures out there plunge to nearly minus 455 degrees Fahrenheit. It is an absolute testament to the sheer resilience of human engineering that it survives at all. Moving on to part 3, navigating the Oort cloud. So what is the Oort cloud? Well, it's a theoretical, massive, spherical shell made entirely of icy debris and ancient comets that basically surrounds our entire solar system. Imagine a giant, three-dimensional bubble of frozen celestial shrapnel stretching up to a staggering 3 light-years away from our sun. To actually break free from our cosmic neighborhood, Voyager has to navigate blindly through this vast expanse. It's a region so unimaginably huge and packed with debris that just traversing it kind of defies human comprehension. But wait, how did a probe with limited fuel even gain the speed to shoot out this far in the first place? Well, it relied on something called gravity assists. Basically, the probe deliberately approached massive planetary bodies, like Jupiter for example, and utilized their intense gravitational pull. It essentially stole a tiny bit of the planet's orbital energy to slingshot itself forward. It's a brilliant maneuver that granted it massive momentum, but it also permanently locked Voyager onto its one-way trip toward the stars. No turning back. And that leads into part 4, the final alien crash. You know, there's a real tragic poetry to Voyager's existence. We always remember its active planetary mission, right? It was this bustling explorer, taking breathtaking photos, constantly communicating with us back here on Earth. But for the vast, vast majority of its existence, its reality is just passive interstellar drift. Long after its power is completely depleted and its instruments are dead, it's basically going to be reduced to a silent piece of metal hurtling blindly through the dark. So what exactly is it hurtling toward? The destination, sitting squarely in Voyager's crosshairs, is Proxima Centauri b. Now, this isn't just some patch of empty space. It's an actual, potentially Earth-sized exoplanet located in the star system closest to our own. And with absolutely no way to alter its course, Voyager is on a direct, unavoidable collision course with this alien world. 75,000. Seriously, just let that sink in for a second. That is the number of years until impact. 75,000 years from right now. To put that into perspective, it completely grounds the staggering timeline of the cosmos when you compare it to our fleeting human lives. Tens of thousands of years after we are all long gone, that silent, freezing piece of 1970s hardware will still be flying toward its target. But all of this brings us to a super fascinating question. When the dust finally settles from that violent crash on Proxima Centauri b, what would hypothetical aliens actually find in the rubble? Let's pivot for a second from the cold destruction of the impact to the peaceful, enduring payload hidden inside the wreckage. Part 5. A message for aliens. Because what actually survives the crash is humanity's ultimate time capsule, the golden record. It's exactly what it sounds like, an actual physical phonograph record containing sounds, music, and images meticulously selected to portray the diversity of life and culture right here on Earth. It was intentionally designed to be this cosmic greeting card, tucked away inside the probe, just waiting patiently for alien life to discover it among the twisted metal. Which leaves us with one final, absolutely profound question. Will our machines and our messages outlive humanity itself? When you really sit and consider the 75,000-year timeline of Voyager 1, it is entirely possible that long after we are gone, our ultimate legacy as a species will just be a single golden disk, resting in the crater of an alien world, waiting to tell the universe that we were here.